Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another wonderful episode of Film Banter.
Also
That's
known
right.
as Bark Banter.
Bark Banter tonight. We have a few dogs that are barking because they don't like the sound of this megaphone.
I don't blame them.
I can't say I blame them either because it sounds like horse shit. But wait till they hear this. Ladies and gentlemen, run for your lives.
It's madness, I say.
All right.
103 tonight.
Who can
Our 103rd
now?
episode.
Wasn't that by Madness? Who can it
No.
be? No, that was Men
It's
at
Men
Work.
at Work. One of my
Very
all-time
good.
favorite songs.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, it's
A wonderful Louis.
Louis. It's Louis.
He really is adorable, folks.
He's a
Look
very,
at that cute
look
face.
Look at his coat.
He's
His
so
beautiful
nice.
coat.
It's very
really-
beautiful.
He's a very sweet little guy.
He's cute.
He's got a cute little face.
Nice gray and black.
He's a good little boy.
Yeah.
Yes, he's a good boy, too.
Okay, well, listen, ladies and gentlemen.
We welcome you, folks.
We welcome you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for all 6 of you that are here tonight.
I say there's 7 of you.
To the retribution of Mr. Chris Picard, because last week he had things to say, and he was concerned that he didn't get to say them, and he was concerned that the 3 to 4 of you didn't get to hear that. So we were very concerned. We were very upset about that. So we want to make
We
sure
weren't that-
that
we
you
weren't
get
that
everything. Well, I think you said there were things you wanted to say.
Well, I just said in general, when we rush a show,
Yeah.
I feel like there's things that are unsaid because we're trying to cover too many movies in an hour.
Absolutely.
That's why tonight, folks, we have 8 films.
And if you're Jewish, if you Rosh Hashanah,
Yeah, well.
then
But
it's
I'm-
all over for you. But
He's here all night, folks, for next
I'm here
hour.
all night. I'm not going anywhere. Zip, pop,
Well,
squirt.
regardless, we are going to begin the show here. We're going to be discussing at the top here the Oscar nominations just came out
We
this
are.
morning.
It did come out this morning.
The
Today
2019
what is today?
Oscars. Today's the
is
22nd.
January 2/2. It is
Yes.
now the 31st. No, it's the 31st day of the, or is it? I think it's
You're talking
30.
about-
This 32nd day of the government
Of the
shutdown.
shutdown. Is it 32
Just
already?
to put a little bit of
Yeah.
a stamp on this episode. Yeah.
They're going to miss their second paycheck if it lingers till the end of the
to
week.
till Friday.
Which it probably will.
Probably will.
It's not going to
Well,
stop.
you never
every
know.
week
You
on
never
Friday
know.
now.
Mitch McConnell is thinking about some deal. Mr. Turtlehead.
Yeah, he's thinking about what he's going to do when he's out of
the,
office.
The Ninja Turtle
He sucks.
may come out of
That
his shell.
turtleneck of his is the
I
worst.
know, he is a strange looking
He
creature.
look like,
and his wife is very attractive.
I-
She's a very
you know-
nice looking lady.
Yeah, you know what she sees in him. A little bit of
Well,
Why else would you look at that guy?
Oh, he's got that.
He
you know.
is the most unappealing figure I've ever seen.
I mean, you know, there is a.
He looks like
He has no
garbage.
neck. He
He's
has
terrible.
no neck. I mean,
Yeah.
he just has.
He's not a good
like
person either.
He's like the head of
Yeah.
a shaft of a man's.
Pretty much that's
a
what he
man's
looks
member.
like.
A man's John Thompson, as Richard or John Cleese would say.
Yeah, so
All
anyway,
right,
let's move
so
on
we're gonna
from
move
that
on. Here we
nonsense.
go.
So
we're
we're
going to
gonna
start with best supporting actor.
with-
Or you want to start with best director?
No, let's just do best supporting.
Best supporting.
Because that is my favorite category every year anyway. It's the most interesting.
Okay.
Our 5 nominees
To some
here.
extent. Okay, here we
we
go.
have Adam Driver,
Adam
nominated
Driver.
for Black
I'm
Klansman.
very surprised he got nominated.
We have also coming up next here, and let's go. If it's going to move forward, I have to do it manually. Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
You might
There
have
we
to
go.
you point
Mahershala Ali.
Yes.
For the wonderful Green Book.
Mhm.
This is his second nomination.
Next.
Next, I'm gonna have to do it myself because it's taking too long. We have Richard E. Grant for Can You Ever Forgive Me?
Mhm.
I believe this might be his first nomination.
Very possible.
I think so.
He's,
With Melissa McCarthy, who's
right.
the star of that film. And then we have the wonderful Sam Elliott for A Star Is Born.
He could just win it on.
On nostalgia's
Popularity.
sake, popularity's sake.
Popularity.
I was happy to see him nominated. And then we have Mr. Sam
Mr.
Rockwell
George
as
Bush,
George W.
here we
Bush.
go. An incredible
Yeah,
impersonation.
he looks just like him.
Visually and the way he talks.
He
but
did a good
more
job.
so visually. More
Yeah.
so visually.
Yeah. So I agree that I feel that this was a surprise.
Yeah.
I expected it to be Timothy Timothy Chalamet for Beautiful Boy, where he
Right.
plays a drug addict.
Correct.
He was nominated for Best Actor
Yeah.
2 years
much.
ago
Too much.
for what's it called? Call Me by Your Name.
Call me by your name.
Pino,
Call me by
Lino,
my
whatever
name.
his name was.
Call me by my name.
But this is a good category. It's always interesting.
Yeah.
I guess we can say you were saying that you thought it's definitely going to be Mahershala Ali winning.
I do.
I would say if not him, maybe Sam Elliott's got a great chance.
Sam does have a
Maybe
great
Richard E.
chance, but,
Grant
you know,
for
it seems
their
like,
older actors. You know,
gotta say, it looks like Star is Born has been kind of pushed aside.
unfortunately,
Which is a shame because when it came out, you and I both
that was the front runner
loved
we
it.
thought.
Yep.
But we always had the wife in the wings, remember? Because she had the Glenn Close for that
I know,
movie,
Jonathan
had the
Pryce.
heat until A Star Is Born came out.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
It's a shame. Let's go
So
to
let's
Best
move on.
Supporting Actress.
We're going to do Best Supporting Actress next. Here we are.
Okay.
So we're going to start with Amy Adams.
Amy for White
for,
Vice.
for Vice. She plays Lynn Chaney.
Plays Lynn Chaney. John's.
We have Emma Stone for The Favorite.
Yep.
We
Great
also
movie.
have.
This lady right here.
I got her name here.
She's a
is,
Spanish Mexican.
Marina de Tavira
There
for
you go.
Roma.
God bless you.
Thank you. And then we have also Rachel Weisz
A fantastic performance.
for The Favorite.
She could win.
She could. And then we have Regina
But she
King.
will win.
She will win for if Bill
I
Street
know,
can talk.
'cause that's the only
It's
thing-
about the only nomination that film has, so they'll probably honor that film.
Wasn't nominated for Best Picture.
No, but it might be. I didn't take note
I
of the
think give it
writing
to her.
categories.
She won the
Maybe
Golden
there's a
Globe.
writing.
Yeah.
She's probably going to win that.
I'd love to see Amy win. I thought Amy was awesome.
I do want to say that there's a major snub in this category, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Claire Foy for First
yeah.
Man.
Yeah, true.
I was shocked that
I was
she
too. I thought
did
she
not
was-
have a nomination.
I thought she was great.
Yeah. I thought she was wonderful in
great.
that film. To me, she was the best part of that movie.
This.
I don't know.
What did he destroy here?
I don't know.
Oh, this looks bad.
I don't think it's as bad as you think. He probably broke something insignificant.
Yeah, it's easy for you to say.
Well, you
that.
shouldn't leave
You don't live here.
important things in a
All
row
right,
for a
enough.
dog.
Let's go on to the next.
Now we're gonna
category.
go to let's do best director. Why not?
There you go.
We have
Whoa,
the freedom.
Stop. Oh, he's trying to steal.
Okay, Adam McKay, nominated for directing Vice. He's also the writer of that film.
Yeah.
Which I thought was good, but he's not going to win. No way in hell. We have here the winner here, most likely Alfonso Cuarón for Roma.
Correct.
It would be his second Oscar. He already won.
We are supposed to just do the whole list and then talk about them.
We are. We have also here. I gotta tell you his name because I don't know it offhand. He's the director of the Polish film called Cold War. His name is.
Did I give you? I did give you two.
Yeah, I have that. It's right here. Pavel Pawlikowski is his name.
Damn. Okay.
Oh, I like to say Spike
Spike.
Lee. And then we also
No
have,
way.
No. And Yorgos Lanthimos
Excellent
for the favorite. He
Wonderful.
could win.
Yeah, he could.
But it's going to be, I think, Alfonso.
I think so too.
I think we can pretty much be
Roman's Best
safe.
Picture.
I think so, too.
And of course, Bradley Cooper was snubbed for Star
Best
is Born.
director.
Yeah.
In favor of probably the Cold War
Cold War.
director. Yeah,
Cool.
he's the one that took his spot.
Absolutely.
All right.
And I got to say something. Variety, newspaper / weekly magazine, daily paper, they predicted almost to the T all this. I mean, it's almost like they had an insight.
Yeah, well, I wrote up this list last night of the
Yeah.
top 6 categories
Yeah.
and pre-filled it out.
Let's go to Best Actress.
And then I said to myself, whatever I'm wrong with, I will change it today. And I only had to make a couple corrections. I was pretty good at predicting it too.
Very good, sir.
I'm
Very proud
that.
of you.
I'm very proud of that.
Very proud.
All right, so let's do Best Actor.
Best Actress. We should do first.
Well, I'm ready here.
Are you already here? So we got
have Bradley Cooper.
We got Brad. I love
I'm
this
happy.
film.
I love him in this film.
I do. I'm glad he just got a nom. You know,
Christian
It's-
Bale for Vice.
could win, but I don't think he will.
I think he will.
No.
No? Who do you
No.
think? Oh, Raimi?
Vigo.
Vigo. I would love it if it was Vigo.
Vigo's gonna win. 'cause
Raimi
he
was
took
great.
the Golden Globe. I think he's gonna win.
Yeah, but
I
he-
love Raimi.
He took the Globe in a different category, though.
Yeah, but it was a comedy.
Christian
thing, but
Bale
still,
won in drama.
He's the best actor of the
Well,
group.
in my opinion,
no question.
I probably love this performance the most.
Well, I love the movie the most too.
Me too.
I really love.
I
this
would be
film.
very happy if A Star Is Born won Best Picture.
I don't know anything about this. Film.
Willem Dafoe, he plays the painter.
Oh,
That's what he plays.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
At Eternity's Gate.
Oh, I heard it.
Willem Dafoe.
Guy
I like that
directed
he got an nom because
Basquiat,
I
yeah.
love Willem Dafoe.
Willem? Yeah.
Basquiat. Oh, the director of Basquiat,
Yeah.
you mean did this? Okay.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
and that was a horrible film.
I didn't see it. With
Yeah, he
Jeffrey
likes
Wright.
doing painters. Yeah,
He does.
David Bowie was that. That's back in the '90s, like '98 or something.
In late
Something like
90s,
that.
yeah. But I will say, this is an
Okay.
interesting category.
Yeah, it is. It's
Everybody
gonna be
deserved
between, but
Christian and Vigo. I would love it to be Vigo because he's already got one. Not a Best Actor trophy, but he's got one.
No, Vigo deserves it.
That would be great.
Vigo had so much heart and pathos and
It's
all
the best performance,
it's-
in my opinion, of his career.
No question.
I love it.
He's spectacular.
He's great.
He's great.
Like, he sells it as an Italian.
He
He doesn't
sells
have
it.
an ounce of Italian in him. He's Norwegian.
I know.
It's
He's
amazing.
amazing.
And English.
It's like he hung out in New York for the
Yeah.
last 20 years and he
Great.
just adapted it. No, I don't think it's going to happen. Of course, he's Van Gogh.
He's
sliced
Van Gogh,
off his
cut off his
What are you
ear,
gonna
blah, blah,
do?
blah.
Let's move on to
Let's
best
move on.
actress.
Okay, Best Actress. I still am holding out hope for Lady Gaga, but
Me
it's going to
too.
be her
Oh God, I hope not.
or
But
Olivia Colman.
I'll take Olivia Colman.
Honestly,
I'll take her
It might be Olivia
over
Colman
Glenn.
because they were fighting in different categories at the Globes.
Okay.
Now they're in the same category.
Oh,
we have Lady Gaga.
You know, we got Hollywood. She's
know.
a big iconic.
She's the
star
one my
there.
heart wants.
Me too.
Well, the better in me, the wager in me is probably going to be
There
with
he goes
Olivia
again.
Colman.
Yeah,
I
me
know.
too. Me too.
Okay, Melissa McCarthy.
I agree. A gloomy film apparently, but she has been on the staple of every.
I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of that movie. Because remember, I went to see.
yeah, you did.
I went to see it in the theater.
Yeah.
And the theater had an issue where they kicked everybody out of the theater, and they gave us a pass to come back. By the time I was ready to go back, it was ready out of theaters.
Okay.
And then we have Yalitza.
She will not win, but
it's an honor to be nominated. It's going to boost her career.
Yeah.
Her name is Yalitza Aparicio
Well, God bless you.
for Roma.
Glenn, I once again, this is just a sympathy thing.
But it's excellent. It's a great movie, The Wife.
I didn't love the film.
Would have loved to have seen, as you know, Jonathan Pryce get a
Jonathan Pryce.
nomination. You know, Academy, I want to say, would it have killed you to nominate Jonathan Pryce for that movie?
They didn't even think about it.
I know.
They didn't even
Why not?
look at him. Why not?
Why not?
But this woman, as I say, Lady Gaga, I've said this to you a dozen times and you've agreed every time.
She's amazing.
She redefined acting in this. No, but I don't think I've ever seen a film so much, except maybe even The Rider or something like that, where somebody was so in the moment.
Yeah.
So in the moment that it wasn't even acting anymore.
I know, it was amazing.
You know, I mean, that's like a Brando thing. Brando was able to get in the moment and literally live the part. And she lives the part. Of course, I gotta say, maybe it's not much of a stretch for Lady Gaga to live this part.
I mean, she can identify a lot of the
This is how
themes in it.
she evolved. She
And
came
how
up from a burlesque star. She was playing piano bar down like a Billy Joel thing in New York City. And then, she basically was just kind of, she just kept throwing shit against the wall and eventually...
Either she didn't want her because of her looks,
Well, she's not... I think she's
attractive.
well,
she's lovely.
Hollywood could make
I know.
Anybody look beautiful. I mean, you could be a god there.
Oh, thank you, sir.
It's quite
You're
true.
so kind.
I mean, Melissa still looks better than you, but let's face it.
Thank you. All right, now let's do
Let's
Best Picture.
go Best Picture.
So,
There
Best
we go.
Picture.
Got 8 of them.
Honestly, no surprises. Black Panther.
First time a Marvel superhero movie has ever been
Superhero
nominated.
period, yeah.
Yeah, has ever been nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah, honestly, he doesn't have a chance in hell.
I totally agree.
Black Klansman, in my opinion, shouldn't even be there. Good movie,
Oh,
not
boy.
worth Best Picture.
Was
I'm
it a
sorry.
comedy? Was it a drama?
was
Who
both.
knew? I didn't care. I didn't like the film.
Happy that
a lot
was
of
there.
people did.
I love this film.
I just like.
It's not going to win, but I love the film.
I don't even love the film so much because I am a Queen guy. I love Queen. I felt it really didn't do justice to the band. It was just kind of skimmed over
Favorite?
Freddie's thing. But I
Yes,
love this.
it's a great movie.
It is one of my
Worthy
personal
nomination.
favorites. Absolutely.
We have here
Great.
Green Book, probably my favorite film of the year.
Absolutely.
Along
I
with Star Is
have
Born.
to
It's
agree
tough.
with you.
It's
I
tough.
have to agree with you.
It's so enjoyable, Green Book.
As you know, I did not want to see this film.
Yeah,
I
I know you
did not
didn't.
want to see Green Book. I just felt I was a limo driver for 15 years or so in my life, and I just didn't want to see. I lived this. I lived
know.
this part. But this film is driving Miss Daisy backwards, as you
Yeah,
can
it's
well
so good.
see, and it's just so wonderful. Now here he is,
Mahershala Ali.
Mahershala Ali, nominated for supporting actor. He's in every scene, if not more, than Vigo. But
He's not in more, no.
Oh, almost.
No, because
well,
Vigo,
Vigo has the whole opening of the film.
Yeah, we don't meet him till like almost the second act. You know?
Well, no, it's only 20 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yeah, but that's 20 extra minutes he's not in the film.
Well, it's a 2
That's why it's a
film,
supporting
though.
thing.
I see. I know.
I thought Peter Farrelly should have gotten a nomination for Best Director.
I agree.
I feel
Well, he did get it for best original screenplay or best adapted. Or
Maybe adapted.
It's adapted.
No,
yeah.
no, maybe Best Original
No,
Screenplay
no,
because
because no, it's not.
The true guy
It's
wrote it.
adapted because if it's adapted, that means it was written by another person. The guy who is the original source, he wrote the book. Then Farrelly adapted it from his writing.
Okay, because it was
That's an adapted screenplay.
Yeah, because it was Tony Lip's son that wrote the book.
Correct.
About his father's
Original
story.
screenplay would mean The Favorite is
Yeah,
an original
exactly. That's an original
screenplay.
screenplay. Yeah, you're right.
Star Is Born
Yeah.
is an adapted.
I didn't realize. I forgot that it was based on a book that the
Yeah.
son wrote, and
Yeah.
he didn't write the screenplay.
Well, it's adapted. It's adapted from another
I know,
source.
but I forgot that it wasn't a direct original screenplay that the Tony Lip's son wrote.
know.
Forgot that he wrote the book first.
Let's just scream over each other more and more and more.
Well, because you misunderstood my point. That's
Well,
all.
no, you misunderstood the reality of the.
No, I understand what the difference is between original screenplay and adapted. I just didn't realize the Green Book was based on a book. I
Well,
thought
of
it
course
was
you
an
did, because it was written by the guy who
But
they show his picture at the end
I
of the
know,
film.
but I thought he wrote an original screenplay. I forgot that he
Oh.
wrote a book first.
Fuck no, he's dead.
No, he's not.
I
The
think
son
he-
wrote it, not the Tony
Oh,
Lip.
okay.
He wrote
Well,
a
that's
book
correct.
about his father,
Right,
Tony
but
Lip.
the father is dead.
The father's been dead in
Yeah.
the dirt for years.
In the dirt?
In the dirt, or maybe he's been cremated.
Might have been
I don't know.
cremated. You never
But
know.
my point is, I feel that Peter Farrelly's filmography up until this film hurt him in the Best Director category. The
Uh,
Academy sees him as Dumb and Dumber, There's Something About Mary, all these crude comedies, and they
I
probably
don't
were like,
know.
we're not giving him the director's nomination.
Well, it might win.
We're
Best
giving it to
Picture.
Cold
Well,
War.
We shall see. You know,
Anyway.
they've screwed up before.
They always do.
They always.
And honestly, most of the time, the film that wins Best Picture, you know it's not really the best movie of the year. It's the best, political win for the year. Or
Well,
the cause
Roma will
film.
win.
Yeah.
There's no doubt
Because
about it.
it's
Won
the
every
cause
award.
film.
Yeah, but it is a wonderful film.
No, it is, but in my view, it's not my favorite of the year by any extent.
What film means anything of all these films? Now, to me personally, Green Book,
Yeah, I mean, this is
Bohemian,
enjoyable.
Stars Born means more.
Yeah.
Just because I'm a film lover and I
know.
like to have a good time at the movies.
Of course.
I did not have a good time at Roma.
Are you ever going to put in Roma again? Never. I'll watch this probably 10 times. If I watch Roma twice, that'll be a lot. It's
I
a
agree.
one-time view.
Maybe in 10 years I'll throw it on when I'm in the dirt.
You know.
Right before I'm buried.
It's a very human film.
I'll say
Roma's
I'll
a very
be
good
laying,
film.
with that
Not
IV in my
favorite.
arm in the nursing home, and I'll say, "Put Roma
Put Roma
on. I
on,
want
yeah.
to just die.
Yeah,
Let
all
me
right,
just
continue.
die."
Here we go, Roma.
Here it is.
Followed
This is
by
the
Stars
end scene.
Born.
There you go.
My close favorite with Green
Just
Book.
wonderful, great.
It's a beautiful
chemistry,
movie.
beautiful film.
Vice. Not Best Picture, a
Oh.
performance film. It was an entertaining film,
Ooh.
but it was a little disjointed.
It was not only was it disjointed, but he's such a dreary character that
And that's it.
It was hard to make a movie about. It's like making a movie about a doorknob. I mean,
Yeah, kind of.
literally, it honestly was. Let us move on
Let's
now
move
to
on
our,
now.
our films.
So
We're going
that's
to
not
now,
bad. We spent
now
only
is
7
the
minutes
time
on
when
that.
we review films for you folks. That's
Okay.
right. We sit here and review movies, and we banter about film. Angie,
Is that
tell
what
them.
we do?
Arf, arf. That's correct.
All
So we're
right.
going to start out with Glass.
First film of the night.
Okay.
Where is Glass?
It's right here. Well, you can just start at Split and go down the line.
Yeah, true. No, hang on.
Let it begin the beginning.
No, I have them
Uh,
listed here.
Okay.
There we go.
Well, I would just hit
Glass,
one
yeah.
of them.
Well, no, I had them in a certain order. I had this first,
Right.
and then I thought the Breakable poster and then the Split poster would play because they are a trilogy.
They are indeed.
So yeah, I mean, what can we say? This is the
Third in the
third in the
series.
Unbreakable trilogy.
I see it more as a sequel to Split.
More than anything.
More than anything, because we just had Split 2 years ago.
Exactly.
And here he is, one of the
Amazing.
honestly, oh my God.
23 characters he
And
plays.
I'll tell you, well, there aren't 23. I don't think we see 23.
No, but that's how many
do
he
we?
plays. They cut out
Yeah,
3, he said.
they did cut out 3.
Yeah.
But he is amazing. His transmutation
Yeah, very good.
from character to character. I was cracking up through the whole film.
Yeah, it was cool.
Every time he was on and he'd go to an Irish accent, to a British accent,
Amazing.
to an old lady, to a young woman, to a school marm. Incredible.
Samuel Jackson had said that he was like blown away. He's never been present with an actor changing like that
Oh,
in
God.
front of him.
It was
You
incredible.
know?
And M. Night was talking about, Mr. Shyamalan was talking about this the other night. He was on the Stephen Colbert Show, and he was talking about he didn't even know who he wanted for this role. He had no clue. And he went to a Comic-Con or something. He went to this, it was a Comic-Con or a Star Wars or one of those. Yeah, Comic-Con, I suppose. He goes to it, and suddenly James McAvoy, out of the blue, comes walking up to him and just says, hey, I just want to introduce you. I'm James McAvoy. I just want to meet you. And M. Night Shyamalan just said, as soon as I saw him, I knew he was the guy. I
That's
knew he
cool.
was the guy.
Because I read that, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly from what I was reading, that initially he had wrote it.
Sarah Paulson.
Sarah Paulson. M. Night had wrote the role with Joaquin Phoenix in mind.
Ooh,
Originally.
I don't know. Well,
So-
he is a psycho guy.
Could have done it, but he's
He
been
could have done it, but it wouldn't
very
have been
busy these
23
days.
characters, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know if it would have been 23.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, these 3 guys find themselves in a
Bruce
psych
Willis, of
ward,
course, is the
being
unbreakable
studied.
man from Unbreakable.
David
He was-
Dunn.
Yeah, David Dunn. He's on.
And then Sarah Paulson is the psychologist or whatever that's doing experiments with them and trying to convince them that they're not really superheroes.
Here he is.
There's M. Night.
M. Night, who does make a horrifying cameo in the film.
All his cameos are terrible.
Just god awful.
And then he gives himself a really meaningful role in the script for Lady in the Water.
Lady
which
in the
is
Water,
terrible.
which was the worst film ever made.
It's pretty bad.
Except I think Air Fighter or
Airbender was one of his films after that.
I never even could watch that.
I saw it. It was okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Really?
Yeah. I think honestly it was a better film as a whole than Happening was.
What about that Will Smith and
I didn't
his
see
son?
After Earth.
Yeah, I
he
heard
did.
that was like on the
I
same
didn't see
level as
I honestly
Airbender.
completely forgot about that movie.
Okay.
But anyway, I mean, this movie, it's like you said, it's more of a sequel to Split.
Yep.
Takes place right after.
Did you like the film?
I didn't love it, honestly. I thought it was just okay.
Too talky.
Could have been a lot better.
I agree.
Could have been worse. I'll give you that.
Oh.
Could have been worse. I felt that this movie was very slow. Talk.
It was indeed.
And then the finale, we get this fight scene in a parking lot, and I don't know. Honestly, I guess I could say I was disappointed after all the hype and build-up of this movie.
Way too long.
I kind of expected more from the third in this trilogy he's been trying to get done for 20 years. McAvoy's the standout. He's excellent.
He's amazing.
I thought Bruce Willis and Samuel
won
were good.
23 Oscars for
He would.
his performance.
Yeah.
I mean, and plus he buffed up those trapezius muscles.
The traps, yeah.
The traps, which and the only way I remember that is from Mean Gene Okerlund. And there always used to be, wrestlers that would grab you by the trapezius muscle,
Trapezoids.
and they'd squeeze and whatever, and guys would just stand there, and and you could really hit a nerve there and knock someone out. But look at this guy. Look at that. I mean, I didn't even know. Is this real?
Yeah,
is that real?
He's flexing it, and they go up. Yeah.
Yeah, but I have a feeling that might almost be
No,
not
that's
quite
real.
real.
You can easily build those muscles up.
Well, he was on the Stephen Colbert. I hate to keep dropping Stephen Colbert. Boom. But Steve asked him, how'd you get those traps like that? Do you still have them? And James McAvoy said, no, I don't have them. He says, oh, come on, you must have them. He says, no. He says, no, you're not working out anymore? And he says, no, I still work out, but I don't have them anymore. I got the feeling that I like the fact that they forgive me, I'm going to regress here. I like the fact that they used the same kid.
Yeah, and
from the original.
I agree.
Unbreakable
I love
film.
that too.
Yeah,
He's been honestly. I looked him up. He's been working steadily ever since. I didn't realize.
Okay.
He was the son. Or the nephew of Joaquin Phoenix in Gladiator.
Oh wow!
I'm like, wait a second, that's the same kid. I forgot. Yeah,
that's
same
from,
kid.
That's
2000, the year after.
Yeah.
Unbreakable was 99.
Exactly.
Unbreakable as we speak. But and then Samuel L. Jackson's mother in the film, she's back.
Yeah.
Her name, I have her
Well,
name.
they showed her. They had a back clip of her, and she has the worst makeup you've ever seen. Worst
her name
makeup
is,
job.
Charlene Woodard, not Alfred Woodard.
Yeah. Alfred Woodward.
Yeah.
I gotta say, this is the far superior film of the quote-unquote trilogy. I don't even think it should have been a trilogy. I think maybe they should have just done a sequel to Unbreakable and left out the whole James McAvoy Crumb character that he is. I think it kind of disturbed that.
There's a reason for that. I just read it the other day that when he was writing Unbreakable, M. Night was writing Unbreakable, one of the escapades within the story was he encounters a young Crumb, young James McAvoy, we learned some history about his character in this film. But he felt it was distracting from the main point of the story, and he took him out, and that's when he said, I'm going to give him his own movie.
Yeah.
And that's when he wrote Split much later. I think it's probably the strongest of the three films as a whole.
Absolutely.
But I'm still a fan of Unbreakable. I like that movie. I enjoyed that film when it came out.
The only thing I did like about it was when Bruce Willis, there's a serial killer.
Yes,
Part. That I loved.
Yeah,
and of course, and he catches him in a swimming pool.
Yeah.
And I don't remember him succumbing to the water.
No, but that's when he found a weakness. I remember that in the Unbreakable. The water weakness was present there.
That was his weakness.
Yeah.
This girl, of course, is back. Very beautiful young woman. She's back
she's good.
from the Split movie.
Yeah, she's Anna Taylor-Joy.
Right.
No, Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yeah. And she looks almost identical. She's
it's only a year or two later.
Very attractive young girl.
I will say the one thing about
Bruce?
the vigilante character that Bruce plays. I hate the poncho that he wears. He looks like Gordon's fisherman. Looks stupid.
Oh, I didn't mind that.
I don't think it looks great.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite look.
I thought she was a bit miscast.
I enjoyed her.
I love Sarah Paulson,
Yeah.
I really do, but I guess I'm just so used to her in the Ocean's 8, and she, of course, was just in Bird Box with Sandra.
I know,
Bullock
barely
also.
in that movie, though.
But just in the opening scene before she perishes in a car. But this movie,
I'll
very,
be honest,
very let down.
I don't think I can recommend Glass. I didn't love it.
I didn't care for it.
I was just sitting there
much
like,
at all.
I just didn't.
was
I
silly.
enjoyed seeing the characters back, but I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah, it was borderline ridiculous.
Yeah, it felt like
I
sequel
gotta
for
say.
sequel's sake. There was a lot of implausible things.
I would have much preferred just another Split movie.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have just another Split movie. The hell with Bruce and Sam Jackson.
However, I did enjoy that was the twist of Split. That was cool. That we found out that this is part of the Unbreakable movies, you know?
I know.
But overall, I mean, it has a beautiful look. The color scheme that he did.
No, it's well
I know
photographed
M.
and
Night did
so forth.
had a
yeah.
precise look he was looking for.
I guess.
Samuel was good. I enjoyed seeing him back. But
he
overall,
doesn't talk for the first half
I know,
hour
he
of
just
the movie.
sits there, yeah.
You know, this just such a dead space.
it's a
kind of
forgettable
movie. It
film.
really
I hate to
is.
say it
Yeah.
because I was looking forward to it.
Yep.
All right,
Gotta
we're gonna
say,
move on.
I'm gonna give it a mild, mediocre. I think I may have liked it a little more than you.
You might have.
I can't really recommend it though.
I say check it out at home. Don't run out to the theater.
Yeah.
It's better than a lot of the junky stuff that M. Night did in the past 10 years.
No, yeah.
He's gotten
no
better
question.
again.
No question.
This is not a bad movie. I just didn't love it. and I just can't recommend
It
it.
just doesn't go anywhere.
No,
it
it's
just doesn't move. There's no arc.
It's
there's
like,
no, yeah, like
that's all it
as
is.
I always
Flat
say.
line.
Yeah, the
that's
old
what this
flat
movie
line
is.
deluxe.
Yeah. All right, moving on. So we're going to do now Bumblebee.
Let's do Bumblebee.
We'll do that fairly quickly. Not going to spend a lot of time on it, but do we need to set up the plot? It's a prequel to the Transformers films, focusing on Bumblebee, the mute of the Transformer characters. And we meet Haley Steinfeld, who's a young teenager, who they become friends and whatever. It's an entertaining little film.
I really like the film.
I did too.
I really liked
I
it
hate
a
to
lot.
use the term cute, but there's cuteness in this film for kids.
You know what I loved about it? It was creative. It didn't just sit on its own laurels. She is a beautiful girl. She's a good little actress.
She's good in this.
She carries this
She
film.
does, I agree.
This is her film.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
And it's filmed around her, through her eyes, more or less. This Volkswagen Bug is actually this transformer creature that we have this metamorphosis. I thought this guy was kind of a throwaway.
They just put him in there.
They
He was
put him
okay.
in there.
They just put him in there for love
he's
interest.
like he wants to have a big relationship with her.
There's
It doesn't
Bumblebee.
seem to work, but I really did like this film. One of the things I really liked about it a lot is that he talks through the radio.
That's cool.
Whenever he has something, and I liked
John Cena.
I thought John Cena was pretty good.
He did as good job as the human
as he
antagonist,
possibly
you
can.
know?
Yeah, absolutely. But I like the way that the car.
That's a director, by the way.
Oh, there you go.
His name is something Knight. Travis Knight.
Okay.
Who did that movie Kubo and the Two Strings before this, which I didn't see.
Wow.
Did you like
I loved
that?
Kubo.
Oh, I didn't see it.
No, and that's an animated film.
I know,
and
yeah.
I'm not big on those, but that's
Yeah.
a beautifully made
It
film.
looks beautiful.
Well, I have
just
it in
didn't want to see
3D,
it.
and oh my god, it's mind blowing. It's just it's a beautifully made film.
Mm-hmm.
But as I say, when he's in the car mode, and he has something to say to her, he'll pick out an old '80s song with the lyrics that he wants to convey.
Yeah.
So here we have the RCA dog right here.
Exactly,
The RCA
yeah.
Records.
Yeah.
Staring into what could almost be a Victrola here.
Kind of, yeah.
But, when he's angry, his eyes are red, are just like these guys.
Yeah.
And when he's happy, they're blue. And, it's so ridiculous. It's so stupid.
Of course.
Yet, little tears poured down not poured, but
you felt them
trickled in within my eye. I mean, they kind of do a Wizard of Oz ending here.
A little bit.
It's and I love you the most, and she's hugging him, and we see him almost demolished like 3 times.
I know.
And then finally she saves him underwater. He's underwater, not a big
Not a spoiler.
She goes underwater. And as soon as he sees her, his love for her. I love this woman.
Pamela Adlon
Used to
as
be
his
on
mother.
Californication.
Oh yeah, Californication.
A lot of
yeah.
stuff. She was also
Louis,
on
Louis show.
CK.
She's good friends with him.
She's
yeah.
terrific.
She's great.
She's great. She's
she does
wonderful.
voices a lot in a lot of cartoons.
Amazing
She's
little
excellent.
actress. She's got incredible passion.
She does.
How she acts. She's a little Italian.
Yeah.
She would have been a great wife for Vigo in Green
Oh yeah,
Book.
she could have been. Yeah.
She could have been. She could have been the tougher variety.
But yeah, this movie's a lot of fun. It's an easy 2 hours. It's not the 2.5 hours like all the other ones were.
Correct.
It's just entertaining. It's got some really fun moments. There's a lot of throwbacks for somebody from my generation as a kid who grew up in the 80s watching the original cartoons.
Okay.
There's a lot of references to that in this. The music, there's a lot of key music points that reminded me of that.
Sure.
This movie takes place in 1984.
Why is
which
that?
Is funny.
That they constantly are using 80s music. Why is it set in the 80s? I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, first
that's
of
all
all,
they use is all 80s music.
this is a prequel to. They're kind of following the storyline of the original cartoon, right? / comics, which began in '84.
Oh, I see.
And so, also right now, it's very, very popular to focus on 80s culture because, you know, one of the main generations right now is my generation who grew up in the 80s. We're one of the bigger consumers right now of pop culture. So that's why there's so much tailored towards us, and then we have a lot of the kids now that are growing up in this stuff.
Right.
So just like for a period of time we were getting a lot of movies that took place in the 70s, now it's the 80s.
Where did we see this guy last?
John Ortiz last week in Replicas.
Right, that's right. Oh yeah, he played the boy.
So right now everything's 80s, and it's fun for me. I enjoy it. A lot of 80s music in
Here's
this
the
movie.
key, ladies and gents, or the 2 or 3 of you out there who are actually, not staring at your phones right now. This is what you're getting. You're getting the robots and the talking robots, and they think and they do everything. And this was a cute little scene when he kind of pats her on the head, and it's just a cute little movie.
It's very entertaining. Yeah,
it's very
I agree.
sweet. It's very it's precious.
When I saw it in the theater,
My precious.
there were about three young kids, I'd say, all under the age of 12, sitting next to me,
And they loved it.
I guess they enjoyed it, but when the credit, when the title came on that said 1984, in the beginning, one kid yells out, "I wasn't even born yet." I thought that was kind of funny.
Well, okay.
But anyway,
Did you break into Lady Gaga's "Born This Way"?
No, I should have. I didn't.
Yeah,
think of
because you were born this way.
it. Exactly.
Okay.
But anyway, it's very entertaining. I highly recommend Bumblebee.
It's a very sweet
It's
little
fun.
film. And
I mean, the script there's some things in the script that I didn't think were
I
that
wouldn't touch a thing. I wouldn't touch
Well,
a
I
thing.
thought some of the dialogue in the beginning was very poorly written.
Listen,
But
you go for the ride.
you're
you
not
take
going
what
for the
you
script.
Get,
I know.
You take what you get.
I enjoyed it.
Haley's very cute and she's sweet on the eyes, and she's a good little actress.
Yeah.
I'm impressed with her.
Yeah, she's very good.
Very good.
Moving on.
Yep.
We are now going to do Beautiful Boy,
Beautiful boy.
which is kind of a depressing film, starring Steve Carell, Timothy Chalamet.
Didn't want to see it.
I actually did want to see it.
I didn't want to. I know you did.
It's based on a true story
Did want to see it.
about a kid and his father.
Any film called Beautiful Boy. Oh, come on.
Yeah. So Steve Carell is a freelance writer for Rolling Stone.
Right.
And then his son is a creative writer, that kind of a thing. He draws, but he's a drug addict. And it's all about their relationship.
He becomes a drug
addict.
We watch the metamorphosis of his drug life, played by the very, very. This guy is
He's
one of the
excellent in this movie.
best criers in the business.
Yeah.
I think he was nominated for his Oscar in Call Me by My Name because of the end scene where he's on the bed crying because he's lost the guy of his life, played by what's his name?
Armie Hammer.
Armie Hammer.
Yeah.
Right. I like seeing her.
Maura Tierney, big role for her.
Big role for her.
And then we saw Amy Ryan as the mother, because Steve Carell is divorced from the mother of the boy. So Amy Ryan is the mother who lives in L.A.
Yep.
He lives outside of San Francisco with his father, although he leaves it several times. And I don't know, you know what? I watched this movie. It's a very tough movie sometimes to watch because of the subject matter.
True.
Must be horrible to deal with a child.
Well, we haven't really said what that is. Let me just say very briefly. The gist of this film is a father trying his best to not watch his son kill himself via drugs. We also have that new Julia Roberts film.
Ben is Back.
Ben is Back.
Yes,
it seems
with
like
Lucas
the same,
Hedges, same thing.
Lucas Hedges we just saw last week in that.
Well, he's in Boy Erased. That's coming up next.
He was great.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do that next.
But anyway, Steve Carell I thought was spectacular.
He's
in this
great.
film. I
loved him in this movie.
I didn't want to see the film because it's just it's a drug movie. I guess this and that, but it was very well done. It was well acted. I believe Timothy all the way.
Yeah.
But that's the crux of it. He wants to kill himself, and Dad wants to save him.
Yeah.
And it's
It's a very moving film.
2-hour film.
Yeah.
These films today that I don't know why every one of them is 2 hours.
It's always
now,
2 hours.
or 2 hours and 10 minutes, like today.
I know. Well, if you remember, that was long. Yeah.
It's almost like it was 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you remember in the mid 2000s, right after Gladiator, and for the next 5-6 years, every big movie was 2.5 hours. All the Pirates movies, 2.5 hours.
I know.
All the Transformers movies, 2.5 hours.
Right.
We don't need it.
Horrifying.
You can make a succinct movie in 1 hour and 50 minutes.
Right.
No, and listen, I like a long
Hour and
movie
40
if it keeps you there.
Yeah.
I don't want to be
gotta hold you.
feeling the length.
Yeah.
You know?
Louis very impressed with your Passionista.
Thank you. Thanks, Louis.
Louis.
But I gotta say about this movie, I really enjoyed it.
Come here, baby Lou.
This might have been my favorite, the movie that I watched this week.
Right.
It just really touched me. I really enjoyed it.
It was very good.
I liked the musical moments. Not this is a musical, but I mean, I liked the score. There were songs that were throughout that just played to the mood, I thought, really well. And this was directed by, I believe, a Belgian filmmaker. I want to say his name again. I thought he did a great
Louis,
job.
Look at the people.
Felix van
Look at
Groningen.
Louis, look at the people. You see the people? There they are, Lou.
Yes. Oh, you know what's interesting
What?
about the way this film was made was that it's based on a memoir of not only the son,
Right.
on his writing, but it's also based on a memoir that Steve Carell's character wrote as well.
Okay. Wow.
It's together. Tidbits are taken to tell both stories.
Cool.
Also, what's interesting that you'll find interesting.
Why was this rated R?
Well, there's a lot of language.
Oh, really?
There's
I
language,
guess
and the
so.
drug use is heavy. Kids can't see that at
I
PG-13.
mean, yeah, he's got a
Yeah.
needle in his arm at one point.
And I read in the trivia, I thought was interesting that the son, some of the son's writing was the basis for that movie Candy that you love with Abby Cornish and Heath Ledger.
I didn't love that film.
Well, you've brought it up to me like 20 times.
Well, I brought it up because I do love Abby.
you love Abby Cornish, yeah. Anyway,
Abby was involved with somebody famous for a long, long time.
yeah.
She was. I
And
just.
what, did you just break up or something?
No.
Oh.
I mean, back in.
There's Amy Ryan, like we said
yeah,
before,
right.
who was with Steve
something.
Carell in The Office.
Yeah.
Which is
But
kind of fun
anyway,
to see them back together.
It's a great movie.
It's good.
Once again, Timothy Chalamet is he's wonderful metamorphosis, evolution as
Yeah.
an actor. He's amazing.
He's going places. He's our now. He's the new
Yeah.
Paul Atreides in the Dune remake that
Right,
they're making.
right.
That Denis Villeneuve is making a trilogy of these Dune movies
Oh,
now.
really?
He's
Oh,
the new. He's the new Paul Atreides.
He's the new Kyle
Yeah.
MacLachlan
He
from
is.
the
And
original.
Stellan Skarsgård. He's the new bad guy. He's the new.
Oh.
What's his name?
Okay. Here's the crux of the film
What's the
right
bad
there.
guy's name in that movie? Baron something.
Baron von Frankenstein.
No.
Baron
whatever.
von Munchen.
Whatever his name is. That's who Stellan.
What movie are you talking about?
In Dune, who was the name of the bad guy?
Oh,
Baron
gosh.
something. What's the name of the?
Oh, I don't
Von Conan, something like that.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Conan O'Brien?
Oh, stop!
Was
I
it
thought you
Conan-
know this stuff.
Conan the Librarian?
I forgot the character's name. We're gonna move on.
Let's move
I
on.
really enjoy Beautiful Boy.
I enjoyed it too.
You can watch it on Amazon.
You can watch it on Amazon.
You can.
It's well done.
You
Boy
can
Erased.
also watch Boy Erased on
Ah.
Amazon. It's available. Real quick, this is a film, the second of last year about gay conversion therapy. The other one was The Miseducation of Cameron Post.
Correct.
With Chloe Grace Moretz. This time it's a boy. It's Lucas Hedges. Also based on a true story.
Yeah.
His parents are very religious. His father's a Baptist minister played by Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
Who put on a lot of weight for
A
this
lot
movie.
of weight. I wonder, did he put on the weight or was he just getting
Coincidentally,
I think he's
husky.
just getting chubby. Yeah,
and
here
then
he
we
is.
have Nicole Kidman as his
Nicole,
mother.
right out of the Marilyn Monroe
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
MILF textbook right here.
This was written and directed by Joel Edgerton, who also was in the film,
Oh,
who
okay.
plays the preacher.
Right. I didn't
the
realize
guy-
Joel directed
Yeah,
this.
he plays
Oh,
the
my
guy that's
mistake.
trying to convert him.
Correct.
He has this campy,
Beautifully directed film.
Very
I
well
gotta
done.
say. Beautifully acted.
It's his second film as a director.
Kid is wonderful. What was his first?
The Gift. Remember that movie
Oh, yes.
where he's an awkward friend
Yes.
with Rebecca
I didn't know he
Hall and
directed
Jason
that.
Bateman. Wrote
Oh,
that
he's
too.
got a great career.
He's a talented
That was
guy.
a big hit.
It was a good movie.
Yeah.
But you know what? This film was also a little tough to watch at times. We see
Long.
It's a little
hour
long.
and 50 minutes. Just too long. There's Joel Edgerton right there. Conan
Yeah.
O'Brien look-alike.
Kind of, yeah.
If you take the red hair and put him on, he's
bit.
Conan O'Brien once said, looked him right in the face and said, "That's my face," and they both agreed. This kid is dynamite.
He's
We
excellent.
saw him first. He got an Oscar nom for Manchester by the Sea.
Yes, best
and
supporting.
rightly so.
Yeah.
He's a good actor. He's
Yes.
very, very good. Did I love this movie?
I didn't love it.
You can't love it.
No, I liked it.
You
I didn't
can't
love it.
You can put it, it's almost a good double feature with Beautiful Boy.
Well, that's why I put him back to back.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It is. It's a good double feature because it's a young boy in crisis.
Yeah.
One's drugs. One's he's gay.
Yeah.
There's a brutal
It's a
rape
rape.
scene in this.
I was surprised to see that.
Right here.
Yeah.
That was a little intense. I
Yeah.
didn't expect that. I think I dropped my popcorn at that one particular.
It's a good
moment.
shot.
Good shot of
It's
him.
kind of very good
Little,
juxtaposition.
well, he's in
it's symbolism.
He's in the prison of his own
He
self.
is, yeah.
But
I thought the scene where he came out to his parents was a great scene. I thought both parents were excellent. I thought Russell Crowe was great.
I did.
I
too.
always love Russell.
I love Russell Crowe too.
too.
And I thought Nicole
She was great in this,
wonderful.
too.
She
Yeah.
plays a stereotypical mom.
Yeah.
Loves her son despite his flaws and his gay coming out, etc.
Exactly.
This is set back in the day. Gotta be
The,
the 80s again.
No,
or
this
70s?
one I believe is in the
70s.
90s. No.
60s?
No,
not
because
that
there's
early.
it's because there's cell phones. It's 90s.
Is there cell
They take
phones?
his cell phone in that one scene. So I think it's like late 90s, early
Okay.
2000s when this.
All
took
right,
place.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the best part of this film was the very end. When he and Russell...
That was a great scene.
That was a wonderful
His father
scene.
owns a car dealership.
Yeah.
Which
wants
I thought
him
was,
to take over, etc. But it wasn't just that. It was that finally there were words of, as all fathers will be, exactly, will be completely void of their sons. I mean, he's a minister.
Yeah.
Russell Crowe. So obviously he's going against the grain of the Bible, etc. But it's a beautifully made film. It's
very well done.
It's well done.
I enjoyed it.
I ever want to see it again? No, I don't.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't watch it again.
Nah.
I mean, maybe I'd watch it again for some of the performances. I'd watch this again before I watch Roma again, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, not me.
I would.
I would watch Roma before.
Here's a scene where they come out. It's an interesting scene.
I loved Roma. One of the things about Roma, and I'm just going to say this briefly, the cinematography is
gorgeous.
Spectacular.
And it was Karan doing it for the first time by himself.
Oh my God, it's so magnificently choreographed, that film.
Very well done.
But this film is, this is a standard by the numbers HBO drama.
Here's the real people, by the way.
Here's the real folks. Here's the kid.
I thought
Russell Crowe
did a
looks
good
like
job.
the guy.
Yeah.
Pretty good here too.
Yeah, it was a pretty good
Parton,
likeness.
Dolly Parton Jr. here.
Kind of. And here's him back to back.
Yeah, absolutely.
After, obviously.
Sure enough. Yeah.
But overall, I would recommend you can see this movie on Amazon. It's a good movie. It totally can be watched at home. It's definitely kind of a movie of the week
Don't go to the
territory.
theaters. Yeah.
But I enjoyed it, and
I did too.
I was impressed with Joel Edgerton. It's an interesting choice.
And the kid is great.
Lucas Hedges.
Everybody's wonderful.
He's that. Now I can't wait to see Ben's back.
There you go.
Oh, that looks good too.
I can wait.
I want to see it.
Well, it's a combination of...
another reason I put these movies back to back is that, that category in Wheel of Fortune where they have same name? Are you familiar with that?
I don't really watch Wheel, but I am.
Well, back in the day, I don't watch it regularly either, but so I did. It's Beautiful Boy Erased. Beautiful Boy Erased. It's fun. It was fun wordplay for me. All right, now we're going to see a very disturbing film.
Oh, God.
The House that Jack built.
Oh, this is...
Lars von Trier, very controversial.
This is an amazing piece of work, I have to say. Whether you love it or not, Matt Dillon is back. Look at this guy.
I've never seen Matt Dillon in a role like this.
Well,
As a killer like this, have you?
Pretty much. Well, he was in Drugstore Cowboy.
Yeah, he wasn't a murder.
Well, he was kind of a psycho.
He was a drug addict.
Film.
He killed, but he wasn't a sadistic killer like this guy is. I didn't see. We don't want to give things away, but there's things that happen you don't see coming.
Well, this is a serial killer movie.
Very much.
A lot of people die. He has a storage place where he puts them.
That's brutal.
Well, I gotta say, I'm gonna say something that is a bit of a spoiler, but when we go into the freezer,
yes,
everything looked very fake in there. Everything looked
fake.
The bodies look really fake. But let's talk about the crux of this film. This is kind of a mind of a film.
Well, it's like an internal monologue too.
It really is. It's an internal.
That was a sick scene.
Oh yeah, although that was a sick.
Hunting a family.
Every scene is sick in
Pretty
this
much.
movie. I mean, you really just go from Matt Dillon.
Scene.
How is he gonna? I mean, and how this woman let him in.
Stupid.
After the speech that he gives.
Well, he figures out a way
I
to
think I'm a
convince him.
cop. Yeah, I don't have my badge on me. But
and that gets
great Bruno
weird
Brands,
territory.
Directed by Wim Wenders in a wonderful foreign film called Wings of Desire.
Yes.
The man is a legend. It truly is. And we have wonderful little scenes like this.
Yeah.
This is kind of like, Washington crossing the Delaware.
Crossing Delaware.
But here we have, this is when he's going through into the hell aspect. We actually go into the bowels
but there's
of
a lot
hell.
of this movie too that you don't necessarily know. Is this reality or is it in his head?
Well, Bruno Ganz is kind of the spirit who is taking him to hell.
He's an escort,
more or less. He's the escort. It's almost like to go into an Ingmar Bergman film, The Seventh Seal, where Max von Sydow is playing not the devil, but he's kind of a spirit into the death. He is death.
He's death.
He's taking him into the death world. If he loses the chess match, he dies. If he wins, he lives.
Yes.
But this is such a strange, odd movie.
It's 2.5 hours, by the way.
It is 2.5 hours. I didn't feel like 2.5 hours to me.
I'll be honest, it moved pretty well.
We did have and as you will, you will have the ability to stop, come back to it. It is
Yeah.
on Amazon, I believe.
It is on Amazon. I mean, I paused
Yeah.
it it's only because it was getting late, and
Yeah.
I finished it the next night.
Yep. I did too. I watched it in 2 settings.
And there's Riley Keough,
Riley Keough,
who has a tough scene to do here.
Oh my God!
Yeah, she's beautiful.
She's
And
a
she's-
knockout.
and she's a
in
good
so
little
many
actress.
movies
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
I really enjoy her a lot.
Yeah, Jeremy Davies.
I know. It's really about how can Matt Dillon kill every single person he comes in contact with. There are some scenes. The Riley coat. Thank God we don't see that.
No, I couldn't imagine.
You
that.
know
the thing that happens.
Yeah, and I think we could bait the audience and tell them.
No, let's not.
No, okay.
No, I don't want to ruin
Well,
things because
think
I didn't
it's-
see anything coming in this movie.
Oh, okay.
I went into it not knowing pretty much anything.
Okay.
Other than an interview I heard with him on NPR talking about this
Yeah,
movie.
it is a serial killer movie. No
I thought he was
question.
excellent.
Oh, I thought he was.
I thought he was dynamite. Like you said to me in a text, the man doesn't age.
He doesn't age.
Yeah.
Look at him. I mean, he looks fantastic. We were talking about his brother Kevin Dillon.
Yeah.
Who now looks like a little man. Of course, he was on that horrible
Entourage
show. But where's Jeremy Piven now? I think I saw him taking tolls on the Garden State Parkway the other
Maybe.
day.
Well, he unfortunately had a big mouth and got himself in trouble.
He
a lot
got
of
himself
times.
in trouble.
And then he
And
got
it was
part of
also
that
a
Me Too
sexual
movement.
predator thing going
And there's a
on.
lot of bad stories about him.
Yeah.
You know, he tipped a waiter at a restaurant after he brought in 20 friends.
Now this
Ooh,
is
sorry.
this is part of a directorial moment there.
Yeah, I had a couple behind the scenes to show
Okay.
Lars von Trier.
Yeah, there you go.
Who was a very controversial filmmaker. He did
Correct.
Nymphomaniac 1 and 2,
Yeah.
Melancholia, Dancer in the Dark with
I like Melancholy.
Bjork.
That was the Kristen
Dunst.
I like that film
Yeah.
a lot. That was the end of the world.
Yeah, I didn't see that
Another
one.
Earth was coming directly
Towards us, yeah.
and it does. It collides with Earth. I just gave it a beautiful Uma Thurman.
And she's aged very well.
She's aged very well.
Yeah.
She's on a play on Broadway now.
She is right now. I heard about that.
I think she finished it now. I think it's over.
Yeah.
It was kind of not a one-woman thing, but I think it's a two-thing thing.
There's a
Here he
sick
is.
scene where he's messing with a body to make it smile and he's changing its expressions. That was messed up.
Yeah, it's a messed up movie.
This is a dark movie.
It's a
I gotta
dark
say,
film.
Von Trier has some weird ideas.
At the same time, it's a black comedy.
It is.
There's an essence of comedy. I mean, one of the things, and you pointed out, there is a person is parts of her person are severed.
Yes.
There's no question about that.
Yes.
And then he uses one of those parts as a wallet.
Yeah,
We
which is
see it.
messed up.
He throws one part onto a windshield of a. I mean, you gotta laugh.
It's absurdist.
This whole thing is absurd. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. And yet, the colors are brilliant.
Beautiful.
I love the
When
look
we were in
of
this
it.
sequence,
This
beautiful.
whole end scene in hell.
Gorgeous.
He's got to climb up the
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
How you can think he was
thing.
going to survive that is all
Yeah,
ego right there. I
know.
can do it.
I know. It's an amazing little film.
It's a very
Amazing-
interesting film.
It really
Yeah.
is.
I really enjoyed it.
It is a.
It's not for everybody because it's strong.
Yeah.
But it's really an excellent, excellent performance.
It is Lars Inferno, and
Pretty
here's Matt Dillon. Ballsy.
And his
ballsy-
character is also an architect and an
ballsy-
engineer.
Yeah. And he's building
house.
the house
Yeah.
that Jack built.
Yeah, exactly.
It's quite amazing.
Highly recommend it.
Absolutely. And yet it's getting very negative feedback.
I'm sure.
On the film front.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are just heralding this as just a horrible.
People walked
horrible-
out at Cannes or whatever
Well,
festival it premiered at.
It's so degrading
Yeah.
towards women. It's
It is.
degrading to a lot of it's a serial killer movie, but it has just there are involvements of not superficial symbolism. But there is symbolism that is being taken almost the wrong way, I think, by some of the activists that are judging this film. Maybe there's some Jesus people out there who are taking the film not in the very simple fictionary way that it's presented. They're taking it as it's like Passion of the Christ. When that came out, everybody took it the wrong way. Be careful.
They did.
'cause
I see it.
things
I see it.
But it's a cool little film. I like this when he comes back for the.
Is this a full metal
I
jacket?
know.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool. And the guy's just going, whoa.
He's like, humana.
Yeah.
You know, I also think, too, that let's just take the film community, the critics. Unfortunately, Lars von Trier made a bunch of enemies a few years ago because he made some comments at Cannes Film Festival that were interpreted as admirable comments about Hitler. And
really?
there was a big backlash. He was banned from Cannes.
Oh, wow.
I think he might still be banned. I got to look that up. But I think that there are people out there that are going to judge him as a person without even taking the art as
What did
as
he
a
say
piece.
about Hitler?
I don't remember. I'd have to look up the quote.
Interesting.
But I think that that's given his reputation.
Yeah.
I think there's also a knee-jerk reaction to anything he does now. Would look Mel Gibson too. It's taken him over a decade to crawl out of the negative
He'll
press.
never crawl out of that.
No, but he's still getting work.
He
Whereas
gets-
for a
well,
while, we
he-
didn't think that was going to happen.
But he creates his own work because he's a
I know.
director.
But he's also acting in
Yeah.
other people's films now.
You know, we didn't mention this, but M. Night Shyamalan, he produced that film himself. He put up the $20 million
Oh, I didn't know that.
to do
Because I know that Glass was a co-production of 2 companies, which never happened.
He sold it to them.
Well, yeah,
He
the
sold
distribution.
it to Universal.
Well, no, but he had to get the
for
rights.
distribution. But he owned. Well, he wrote it. Are you kidding?
No,
me?
but when the studio finances the work of art, a
Yeah.
movie, they own it. So when he was going to write,
I don't think.
I
in
just
that
read all
case.
about it. Yes, it is. When he wrote,
He produced it himself. He put up the 20 mil. He produced it. He made the film.
He's owned
on his own money.
No, we don't know that for sure.
Yeah,
do you?
no, I read it today. Read it
Read it
morning.
today?
He made it himself.
But I know he had to get
talking
the
about-
rights though to get David Dunn's character in Split because it was owned by another studio.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's a
that's very
co-production
possible.
of 2 studios.
Oh, that's very possible.
And that's never happened before.
Might have been a copyright thing that he had to go through to get possibly.
Well, yeah.
But
Both of
still,
them
he wrote the film.
produced
I
this.
mean, he wrote Unbreakable
Distributed this.
too.
Yeah, he wrote- he writes all his own stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But he put up the 20 mil. He made it. It made, and they were talking about how it was expected to make 70 million on its opening weekend this past weekend.
And I'm sure it wasn't a big budget. What, 20 mil? That was the
20
full
mil.
budget?
That's
the
it.
Full budget?
That's what he made the film for.
All right. I didn't know that he financed it himself.
Himself.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
I have the.
I know that 2 companies distributed it, and they had to get the rights from 2
He
different
paid the
companies.
20 mil, and he, first showing, 49 mil. He gave this
Well,
past
good for him.
weekend. Did very well.
You do a lot of power when you finance it yourself.
Absolutely.
But it's tough to make that money back if you
There
don't
you
do it
go.
right.
All right, we're
moving on to Hunter
Hunter
Killer, which is now on Amazon. It was in theaters a couple months ago.
Truly one of the most forgettable films I've seen in really a long time. You might have liked this film.
I'll be honest with you, I wasn't dying to see it. And I was a little antsy in the beginning
Yeah.
watching this film. But the last, let's say, 45 minutes,
Okay.
it won me over.
All right.
So I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Is it a great, memorable movie? No. But it's
Yeah.
a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
But I didn't love it. You know?
I
but there
found
are
it
some
just to
good
be a
scenes.
run-of-the-mill action kind of BS film. I really thought it was nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
there's
very
nothing-
pro-Russia. I think there probably is an executive produced by Donald Trump in the end credits
Yeah.
because I liked Common here talking to Gary Oldman. We have some good acting going on. Of
Yeah.
course, Sven Nykvist is his name.
Michael
Sven?
Nevequist.
Michael Nevequist.
One of his last roles is in this film.
He looks so sickly.
He
in this
doesn't look
film.
healthy at all.
He barely
I know.
talks.
Yeah.
And he keeps it at a very Russian.
This
cold,
movie, he filmed this with less than a year before he died.
year. I'm gonna say months.
Well, no,
before
this
he
was
died.
shot in 2016.
He looks
He
like-
died in 2017.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks bad. Gerard Butler, I think he phoned it in on this one, like he was on the phone right there. I really thought this movie.
Well,
was
I don't
just-
know. I mean, I think he does what he can. I read
No, I
that he
don't
did a
think
lot
so
of
at all.
research on this movie, spent
Yeah?
time on a sub with the director.
Well, there's
Michael
Sven.
Nevequist.
Michael, I'm sorry.
Michael
from
Nevequist
Girl
right
with the
there.
Dragon Tattoo. He was wonderful.
He's
in those
excellent.
films. He really
I
was.
think the best role that he's had outside of the tattoo movies, once he was introduced to
John Wick?
Hollywood, is John Wick.
John Wick.
100%.
Yeah, he was wonderful in that.
I like to see Linda Cardellini. I didn't know she
I
was in
love
this.
her.
I love her too.
She's the wife in Green Book.
In Green Book.
Viggo
She's in a
Mortensen's
bunch of other
wife.
stuff
Yeah,
lately.
beautiful woman.
She's beautiful.
They play her down in Green Book.
Yeah.
She's more of an Italian.
And she's very,
wife.
very well-rounded actress. She's
She
done
is
comedy.
very good.
She's done serious.
She's
good.
She's a character actress,
She is.
no question. I didn't love this.
I thought
film,
this
but-
was the total unfortunate paycheck movie for Gary Oldman.
Yeah. Well, I told you this was made prior to.
It was. Well, 2016. Yeah.
Prior to the Churchill film,
Exactly.
Darkest Hour, and I think it was just. I think it was.
It was
a
in the
cash-
can for over a year.
It had to be, and I think it was a cash in. They said, "Listen, Gary just won the Oscar. Let's throw it out there."
If you notice the poster, he's prominent on the poster.
Absolutely, he's in the film.
He's in the
and-
film 20 minutes, maybe.
Maybe 15,
Yeah.
20 minutes. He's at the beginning, the middle, and the end.
Yeah,
That's it.
Common
Goodbye.
has a bigger role than he does.
Yeah, exactly.
But I thought that it was capably done. I thought the sub scenes were pretty cool, I guess.
It just.
But it's not Red October
Yes,
and it's not
Lee.
Crimson Tide.
It
I'll
was
tell you that
horrifying.
much.
I didn't care. I almost said I hated it. I think I did hate it. I think
I didn't hate it.
Well,
I expected to not really like it, but I liked it better than I did.
You know, there's a whole one of the Russian premier or president has been taken hostage.
Well, there's a coup. Military coup wants to overthrow the government.
Exactly.
And so we got to go in there and save the president.
That was also fake, and it just felt that they walk right in and take him out, and
the SEALs easily got in there.
I am so much bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, I like this guy picking people off
from like a mile away.
I know he's a mile away or whatever.
I thought that guy was pretty good though.
No, he was all right. He had a little bit of personality to him. Everybody else, this movie just drifted into no man's land and will be forgotten.
Well, yeah, obviously it's going to be forgotten.
In a year, this movie will not even be on Amazon anymore.
I like Gerard
or
Butler,
Netflix, yeah.
But unfortunately, he just pumps out so many of these kind of like generic action movies.
That's what I just said.
You know,
he phoned it in for me.
I don't think he phoned it in.
Oh, I do.
I think he tries his best, but the movies aren't always great. It's like that movie he did about the Geostorm. Not a great movie.
I like that film.
I enjoyed that, but that movie
film.
had so many reshoots, and it was in like post-production for years.
Harris, and a lot of good people.
I thought that Harris phoned it in that one.
Oh, I like that. I like that film a lot. I didn't expect to like that one.
It was okay.
I really didn't, but I sat here.
Entertaining. You know what you get.
No,
I have a soft spot for those kind of movies.
Yeah, there we go.
So let's move on. That's a good poster, though.
That's a nice. Well,
I like the
Red
color.
October.
It is.
Is all it is.
Red October is still the best sub movie.
It's a great film.
Although, however, I haven't seen Das Boot. I have to see Das Boot.
Das Boot is dynamite.
I gotta see Das Boot.
It's a 2.5 hour.
I know. That's why I've been putting it off.
Wolfgang, what's his name?
Peterson. Before he came to America.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And that was what's his name? It was Jürgen Protzau.
Jürgen Protzau. Yeah. Fantastic film.
All right, moving on.
That film is. It almost was. It had essences of Alien. You know how Alien...
I know what you're talking about.
Just the way the ship is built.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what Ridley Scott was going for, and that's what Wolfgang Peterson was going for also, was that claustrophobia of running down an aisle and having nowhere to go. You're running through a tube, basically, in space, the Nostromo and... Nostromo and the submarine.
Submarine. I don't know if I could ever do a submarine tour. That's rough.
Yeah, I think I could.
I'd go for a ride, but 6 months, 8 months in that's rough. Tough.
Yeah.
All right, Elizabeth Harvest, a very bizarre little film on Amazon again.
I love this film.
I know you did.
I really did. I thought it was.
The girl's beautiful. Abby Lee, she's good.
Wonderful. She's beautiful. Carla Gugino is in this film.
Yes,
I do love this guy.
Kieran Hines is his name. He's an Irish actor.
Yeah, you know, this like Chucky here.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little. Chucky.
You know, this film could almost be a play. It's very self-contained.
True.
5 characters. We have Dylan Begg, who shows up as a cop every once in a while.
Right.
It's about an isolated house. I get the feeling it's almost like in the near future. This guy's a brilliant scientist, Kieran Hines.
It's replicas in a different sense.
Yeah, in a little house.
You know, I mean, he's
cloned
the scientist.
Yeah.
He's cloned this particular girl, which we find out very quickly.
Yeah.
We find out immediately because we go into the to the bakery, if you will, whatever you want to call it. I say bakery, but the actual lab.
I know what you're saying,
where she's being baked.
Exactly.
And he tells each girl, "Don't go in this room."
Like he's testing them.
He's testing them, and of course, what do?
They always go.
It's like you tell a kid at a candy shop, you can have anything in the store, but that one piece of candy. What does he want?
Of course.
That one piece of
candy. Of course. It's the forbidden fruit concept.
Yeah, exactly. So here he is. This guy is Alfred Molina. Of course, she's a lovely girl. Here he is. He looks like Bela Lugosi.
He does. Right? He's good.
He's really great.
He was in Game of Thrones. He's been in a lot of movies.
Truly has. Is it a great film? By no means. It's not even a horror film, so to speak.
It's sci-fi.
It's sci-fi.
I wouldn't say it's horror.
Well, no, it's more horror than sci-fi to me. Yeah, because there's a lot of murdering going on. You know, each one of these girls he has to dispose of.
Yeah,
and
I guess.
we have a lot of.
But I was never scared.
Digging out in the.
But I was never scared. There was never any jump scares like a horror movie usually has.
No, but I mean, the cloning factor is that's just kind of the side shot. Well, here she is, covered in blood.
That was cool. Cool
this
scene.
looks like a scene out of the Guillermo del Toro film, the Red.
Crimson Peak.
Crimson Peak. Yeah. But I like the film. I thought it was a nice
enjoyed it, honestly.
90
minutes.
It's
an easy watch.
Yeah,
it wasn't hard to watch.
It's fun. It's kind of a kick. I like the clothes.
It's visually interesting. Good coloring.
Beautiful.
And this filmmaker, I got to say, he's from Venezuela. He's done a lot of movies. I looked at him, he's done a ton of
Yeah.
stuff. One that looks really good called Hotel Noir.
Finally, a picture of Carla here.
I couldn't, believe me or not, it was hard to find imagery of this movie
I
online.
love Carla.
I know, she's great in this.
I love
like her.
too.
Sebastian
I love her.
Gutierrez is his name.
There you go.
And he's worked with Carla Gugino.
This guy's good.
She's been in almost all of his movies, Carla
Okay.
Gugino.
Great.
In this guy's films.
Okay.
But this is a good movie. Check out Elizabeth Harvest.
I liked it.
You
It's-
can watch a lot worse.
You really could. You could watch Hunter Killer.
And she's very easy to watch.
She's easy to watch. Look at her. My
Yeah.
God. And there's a great photograph. I'd like to just leave that as,
I know, it's
as
great.
a screen on my
I know.
TV forever.
It was hard to find imagery in this movie online. Very hard.
Interesting. Well, you did a good job.
Yeah. All right. So moving on to the last film of the night. It's called The Big Take.
There you go.
You've never heard of it. I didn't hear of it either till the other day. It's on that. You can watch it
I
online.
pointed it out to you to watch this
You
film.
did. The poster. I don't know where the poster is. It's
Uh-huh.
somewhere. It's pretty much about this guy here. He's a Hollywood star, kind of past his prime. He's with his agent here. Here it is, The Big Take.
Yep.
He gets.
Love seeing Dan Hedaya.
I love
here.
Dan Hedaya,
Oh my God,
Robert
Dan Hedaya,
Forster.
Robert Forster
Yeah.
in it.
So-
I love this guy too. I
he's
think
good.
James McCaffrey. I
Yeah,
know
he's good.
I think he's wonderful.
It's about a big Hollywood actor who is kind of drugged and blackmailed.
He's brutally raped.
I don't know if he's raped.
Oh, no.
I think it's implied that
Oh, no,
that this
my
transgender
son.
person.
No. He is brutally raped. He is anally
I didn't
raped.
get that it was a full rape. I thought it was
No.
just implying that
No,
it had
no.
happened.
It is a full rape.
All
There's
right.
no implication
See, I didn't
whatsoever.
think that it really happened.
No. It really happened.
Because it was being filmed by the security cameras.
It's being filmed by
a
the security
blackmail
cameras.
tape.
How do you blackmail somebody unless, and of course,
No, but if you know the camera's there, you can position yourself in a way that looks like you're doing something.
but
I didn't know he
he's
was
on the bottom.
I know, but if the back of the transgender person is kind of blocking part of the view,
Well, you're
I
assuming
didn't-
a little too much.
Well, I didn't get
because-
the impression he was real because they didn't imply he was in any agony or anything
No,
after being anally raped.
Yes, but no, he said specifically that he could never let this get out. That this was a,
I know,
a
but
total
it
shame.
implies that
no,
he was
no,
raped.
he was
All right,
raped.
it doesn't matter.
Trust me.
The point of the story is
the
this-
man was
all right.
anally raped
If he was
by
anally raped,
another
fine.
man.
But these guys
which
want to
would
frame him.
crucify his career.
They want to release it, not really, but they're threatening to so they can get funding for their film. So they say, give us 200 grand or we're going to release this on the internet. But there's a miscommunication between the producer who did this deed
I understand.
and the filmmaker.
Correct.
And the filmmaker thinks that he's just an
He's being
investor in the film.
approached because he's such a great writer.
Exactly.
And that they want to use his script about his father's war experiences or whatever they were.
A firefighter. He was
Firefighter, there
exactly.
you go. This girl's wonderful. I think she's great.
She's kind of creepy in
kind of
this
creepy
movie.
terrorist.
Yeah,
kind
that's
of-
what's her name?
she's the-
Zoe Bell.
There you go.
She's
right.
the stunt woman for
Death-
Uma Thurman
Death-proof?
on
Death
Kill
Proof?
Bill, and she was Death Proof too.
Death
Yeah.
Proof. She's the blonde in Death
In
Proof.
Death Proof, correct.
And she's hanging on the car.
Exactly.
The whole time.
She's Australian, I think.
But yeah, she is Australian. But
This guy's very good.
I thought he was
Do you
terrific.
recognize him? It took me a while to recognize him.
No.
Punisher season 1. He was the hacker whose family was in protective custody. He had a beard.
Oh yeah,
That's him.
yeah.
Very good.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked this film though. I thought it was great. Louie,
He's eating a paper towel.
Yeah, he's eating a paper towel, which is
Oh,
probably
dogs.
soaked up. Oh no.
Dogs are
Wait,
dumb.
forgive me. No, Louie. Now he's gonna start peeing on the couch.
Watch
now
the camera.
because I'm here to take it away, and he feels like he's a bad boy. So there you go. Yes. Okay, back to the big take. Man is anally raped. He does not want this to get out. Therefore, he'll do anything to get the tape back. Now, the thing that goes against what you were just saying about how it could have been against the camera. The guy in the camera booth was in cohorts with the raper.
I know that.
Yeah.
I know 100%
Okay,
know.
all
But,
right.
but I just thought
This
they were
girl-
making it look like.
Dynamite. I loved her.
She wasn't bad.
She's the girlfriend. And I
Yeah.
thought she was great.
She was his like mail order bride.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but I loved her. And she's from the Ukraine.
I know she is.
I was looking online a lot of these Ukraine women.
Oh, yeah.
I was sending quite a few pictures to you where you would rate
sure.
them.
Yes. You do that, yes.
Every month, every night.
This guy was pretty good as the agent.
I thought it was a
I've
good
seen him
little
before.
film.
I forget his name. What is it?
You know, this film is 80 minutes long.
Bill Sage. It's
You
a quick watch.
You can't beat it.
Like,
I
quick
thought it was
movie.
a kick. I thought it was
Yeah,
fun.
it was very enjoyable.
Yeah, me too.
There's a very, very evident low budget vibe to it, but I didn't
True.
mind.
I liked it
enjoyed
a lot.
it. Yeah, I enjoyed
No,
it.
it's 80 minutes. It
Yeah.
just feels like
It's
a little
just a
film
fun little
noir.
movie.
It's a film noir kind of
It was
thing.
probably a $2 million budget or something.
Maybe a nice double feature with that horrible motel with Jeff Bridges.
Oh, the Bad Times at the El
Times
Royale.
at the El
El
here's
Royale
the
Hotel.
raper right here
Yeah.
who rapes this.
See, there's a
guy.
camera in the background.
Correct.
And
There's
this is
Howie
this
Mandel right
Junior. Yeah,
No.
this is the friend of his that set all this whole thing up.
Right.
But
he's the
he
real
doesn't
bad
know
guy.
as the filmmaker that what really happened.
Yeah, he's
so there's
that-
this
Right.
comedy of errors kind of thing, because there's a little comedy, not a lot.
They probably have no idea what we're even talking about.
No, I think they're following it.
No, I don't think they are.
Doesn't matter. They're not going to watch this movie anyway.
They're not going to watch us anyway. Who are you kidding?
But anyway, honestly, it's a fun little movie.
It really is a fun little film. I thought it was a great double feature, believe it or not, with Dead in a Week. I thought it was a perfect
that was
little
fun.
complimentary.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago we
which I
talked
love
about that.
Dead in a Week.
That was great.
We talked about with Tom Wilkinson, last week. What a great film that was.
And I thought Robert Forster was really good in this too.
I love Robert. I love
Forster.
Dan Hedaya.
He was great too. Yeah.
Dan Hedaya is such a he's got that kind of grumpy Nixon vibe.
Always.
To him. He played Nixon in
I know.
that
And
one-
Dick.
In Dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I love Dan Hedaya, and I'll tell you something. Blood Simple was 30 years ago.
I know.
It was like 1982 or
Long time
whatever
ago,
it was. So we're talking
Coen Brothers' first film.
5 years ago.
Yeah, there he is.
He looks great.
He's aged very well.
I mean, they probably colored his hair, but
Yeah.
he looks fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm blown away.
To-
This guy should be in was he in any David Lynch films? Because he's like the ultimate David Lynch
that's a
actor.
good question.
I know Robert Forster's made.
He's been in Lynch film.
At least 2 Lynch films now.
Plus, he was in Twin Peaks season 3.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, he played the new sheriff
The
after
new sheriff.
the other guy left.
The other guy didn't want to be in it.
Well, he was older. He was having.
He retired from acting. He didn't want to be involved.
Correct. Yeah. Right.
So
anyway,
fun
great
little
little
movie.
movie.
Check it
Yeah,
out. It's on
fun.
Amazon. You can watch it.
There you go.
It's also on YouTube, Google Play, whatever.
All right.
So basically, now that's our show. Next week, what's coming out in theaters? We got a couple things
I
coming
think we
out.
should recap real quick. We can do it. We got them all right here. Glass, we were
Glass?
both kind of very negative on.
Honestly, pass. I'm gonna pass.
I'm gonna pass on it too.
Bumblebee,
big
worth
hit.
seeing. I enjoyed
Big
it.
hit, lots
Yeah,
of fun.
I really
Solid
enjoyed
three,
it.
3
Yeah.
star. You'll laugh, you'll cry.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. Beautiful Boy,
Beautiful Boy,
solid 3 star.
Solid 3-star film. I agree.
I
100%.
loved it too.
Boy Erased, I liked it.
I'll give it 3 stars also.
I would agree on
Don't
3.
ever want to see it again.
Well acted.
Just a gloomy, horrifying. Give me the razor
It's a
blades.
sad reality.
In the DVD copy, so I can
Exactly.
kill myself at the end.
House that Jack built, excellent, strong
really
movie,
excellent.
but it's really unique.
It's brutal. It's tough to watch. It's very anti-female to some extent. In
Yeah.
one particular scene,
I know.
is
I agree.
very brutal.
I agree.
And very horrifying. So,
Yes, I agree.
But it's still so unique, and you'll never see anything like it.
I agree.
It's just a unique little piece
It's a
of
very good
and
little film.
I will watch this.
I'd watch it again, too.
I'll watch
I
it
would.
again. In a year or so,
Yeah.
I'll even buy the damn
Maybe
Blu-ray.
show your friend Eric when you get. You know?
I will buy the Blu-ray just to see the outtakes of this film.
Yeah,
or
I'm sure there are
maybe
many.
there's an extended
or
version.
commentary.
There you go.
Hunter Killer, you didn't like it. You could check it out on
Goodbye.
HBO or something. It's that kind of a film.
No,
I enjoyed it, but I didn't love it.
2-star piece of fluff. It's bubble gum for your
2.5 probably.
If you don't have a brain, your bubble gum will do you justified.
If you like Gerard Butler films, you'll enjoy it.
No, I don't.
Although
think
I'd
so.
say Olympus Has Fallen is much
I
better.
think
That's
he
a
looks
great film.
I think Gerard Butler looks like an old timer in this film. He looks like
He looks the same
he
as
looks
he
like
always
Rory
looks.
Calhoun from the old,
You're dating yourself there.
Destiny Rides Again. Well,
Okay.
I've heard of Beethoven. I'm not dating myself. But I mean, I think Gerard Butler looks kind of washed out in this
Really?
film.
I didn't think so.
He doesn't look like his virile, 300, I am
Yeah, but that's not what the role called for.
I understand that, but still.
This is more of an intellectual role.
He doesn't play it as a young virile guy. He plays
he's
it
not a
as
young
an
virile guy,
old
no.
hack. I've been on the sub for so many years. I now look like this pale, pasty-faced, washed out, burned out sub guy. And that's just how
But
I
I bet you every guy who
like.
works on a sub is pale-faced.
There
Because
you
they don't
go.
get any vitamin D.
Well, you're not getting a lot of
Yeah.
vitamin D there.
You're
That's
not.
very true.
Okay, Elizabeth Harvest, both enjoyed it. Check it out.
I liked it very much.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's a little sexy. It's a little.
It is.
It's bloody. It's got it all.
And Big Take is fun also.
A
Nice
lot of
little
fun.
heist film kind
There
of.
you go. Now opening
This week, nothing too huge.
What do we got?
We have Serenity. I'm not sure if
Okay.
I'm dying to see it. Not
Oh,
really.
I'd like to see
But I'll
it.
check it out.
Wait.
Because it's got McConaughey, and it's got McConaughey, Anne Hathaway,
I like being
Jason Clarke, who's in every movie
I
these
like
days.
being Lincoln. I like my Lincoln.
What's interesting is that this was written and directed by Stephen Knight, who did Locke, which I liked a lot.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't love Locke that much.
But we'll see if
I know
this is
you
going to
did.
be good.
I know you did.
And then we have this movie that I'll
Matthew's
never,
always pretty good.
I'll never
no
see this.
desire. Don't
It's a
wanna
kid's
see it.
movie.
Yeah.
I
don't
know
wanna
my
see
wife and stepson want to see
it.
it.
They probably do.
The Kid Who Would Be King.
There you go.
And that's what we got.
Your wife would rather watch this than A Star Is Born.
She probably would.
Just one of the.
Although she is warming to Star Is Born.
Is she?
She is.
I'm
Yeah,
glad
she
to
is.
hear that.
She said she'd watched that before a bunch of other things.
Oh,
So she's
yeah, but
starting.
Those
to
other
get-
things.
Her
were-
interest is starting to
Those
peak.
other things she would never watch. So.
Yes.
Anyway, there you go.
So anyway,
That's
that's
all we
our
have
show,
opening?
folks.
That's all we have opening.
Nothing. Everything else is stuff
It
you've
would
never
be-
heard of that's going to video.
All right.
I didn't even bother.
Well, good. So we'll concentrate next week's show on.
Well, next week we'll do. I'm going to review Escape Room because I'm seeing that tonight.
Well, I may see it before.
All right, well,
then. There's nothing
maybe
else
we'll
to
do that.
see. If
Yeah, see that.
I may
well,
go see
we'll
it.
go see Serenity for next week. We'll cover that.
Could be.
And we'll do some more stuff that's available online for you to watch.
Well, there's some more bullshit that you guys
Exactly.
can all just sit back and not watch us do.
Exactly.
So there you go.
So we'll see you next week, guys.
We'll see you next week.
All the
guys.
best.
All the best to you.
Road. Yeah, where we going now? Yeah, let's just